American eels and migration. In ancient literature, the Sargasso Sea was depicted as an area of mystery, but now we know that it is home to millions of spawning eels. American eels have four main life stages. After the larval stage, they transition into a glass eel. Once they are beginning to make their transition into the fresh water, they become a darker elver. In the river, they continue to mature and become darker adults. Raffi is one of these American eel that starts his life at the depth of the Sargasso Sea between North and South America.
Raffi emerges from his egg along with the rest of his brothers and sisters, 10 to 20 million to be exact. This is the beginning of a long journey to where he will find his soulmate at a river along the east coast, but only one will make the journey. Oh no, half of his siblings have gotten off track. A hungry shark has taken advantage of this wandering group. Raffi looks around and only half remain. Even though there are 10 to 20 million eels that have hatched, many will be eaten, starved, or be caught by fishermen. Raffi is left with one friend, but unfortunately, he dies from starvation. Raffi has proven to be the strongest and toughest eel and transitioned into the adolescent awkward glass eel. Raffi then drifts with the currents of the Gulf Stream for a year, feeding on plankton and other small creatures.
Raffi will soon be going through two changes. He will first go through the change from an adolescent glass eel to a more mature elver. This includes gaining more pigmentation, causing him to turn yellowish-brown. He will also undergo the change from saltwater to freshwater. In order to do so, he will increase the production of prolactin. Prolactin decreases the production of chloride cells. Chloride cells have a mechanism that releases salt from the body without bringing in water. Since Raffi is going to freshwater and wants to keep as much salt as he can, this means he will decrease the amount of chloride cells he will have. Sodium-potassium ATPase is another mechanism to transport salt out of the body, but Raffi wants to keep as much salt in as he can. To keep from losing salt, he switches to a proton ATPase, which keeps a gradient going without losing salt. This is similar to other catadromous marine organisms. Not only will he make these changes, but he will still have to face the challenge of swimming upstream through dams and waterfalls. Yay! He has finally reached the river! Raffi will spend the next several decades maturing and meeting new fish friends, until he spots the lady of his dreams.
Raffi has finally found his soulmate. She is the perfect eel to mate with. They keep their love life secret, and in fact, no one has ever seen them mate or knows that they do mate, but this is what we think happens. Once Raffi's wife is expecting, she will leave her home of 30 years to journey back to where she and Raffi were both born, the Sargasso Sea. Researchers have yet to find out why these eels are drawn back to their birthplace in the Sargasso Sea to lay their eggs. To make the journey back to the sea, Raffi's wife will have to go back to surviving in seawater. Her body will produce less prolactin, which will produce more chloride cells to dispose of the excess salt in her body. She also inserts young chloride cells between chloride and respiratory cells in the epithelium. This allows for shallow junctures to form where the ions can flow through. This is something unique to American eels. Raffi's wife has reached the depths of the Sargasso Sea once again and lays her eggs. This will be her last will. She dies shortly after laying eggs, and the offspring of Raffi will live on.